Paul McCartney was caught for marijuana. Today, 53 years ago, Paul McCartney was caught for growing marijuana on his farm. On March 8, 1973, Scottish police discovered cannabis plants growing on Paul's farm in Campbelltown, Scotland. Although he was not sentenced to prison, Paul was still fined £100 for the case. In his interview with the BBC, Paul explained that the incident was unintentional.
Yeah, well, we got a load of seeds, kind of in the post, and we didn't know what they were, we kind of planted them all, and five of them came up illegal.
However, this is not the first time Paul has dealt with the police because of marijuana. In August 1972, after performing with his band Wings in Sweden, the police arrested Paul and his wife, Linda McCartney, while heading to the locker room. Police found more than 5 ounces of marijuana on them. Both were eventually fined around $2,100. A few years later, in 1975, Paul was arrested again for possession of marijuana found in his car when the police stopped him for running a red light. However, Linda insisted that the marijuana was hers. Linda was later released after paying a bail of $500. Not only that, in 1980, Paul got into trouble with the police again, this time in Tokyo, Japan. At that time, Paul and Wings were on a concert tour in Japan. However, when they arrived at the airport, the police found a large bag of marijuana in Paul's suitcase during the inspection. Although Paul said that the marijuana was only for personal use, the police still detained him on charges of drug trafficking. After being detained for 9 days, Paul was finally released and asked to leave Japan, and the tour was cancelled. Subscribe for the next content.
About the tour being cancelled, but we hope to come back sometime, maybe.